Hey, it's Thomas Mulready from CoolCleveland.com, and we're here today at Cleveland Hopkins International Airport, and we're here meeting Mayor Frank Jackson from Cleveland. He's just arrived from Chicago, where he was meeting with Merchandise Mart folks in Chicago who are putting together the Medical Mart and Convention Center project. Thank you, Mayor Jackson, for taking time today.
Thank you.
You just got off the plane. Welcome back to Cleveland.
Right.
How did your meetings go? You had some productive meetings, I understand, in Chicago?
They went well. I was impressed by the thoroughness of the evaluations of the site. And one of the things that was important to me, and I believe Cleveland and the area, was whether or not we would have a full-service, full-size convention center with the Medical Mart. And the last rendition of their architectural drawings showed the full center.
So when you say a full center, you were concerned because originally we had spec'd out about 300,000 square foot, and they had scaled that back, or some reports that had been scaled back?
Right, there were reports that it got scaled back, but the last set of renderings by the architect show a full-size, full-service convention center.
You said that you were very impressed with the thoroughness of their analysis?
Yes. Well, they went into all of the details of each site, the problems of each site, the value and the benefit of each site, and then they looked at how it would look and how they could construct those things and what it would cost. And in looking at that, they were very thorough about the way they did it.
Right. Did they mention anything to you about the site one way or the other? Are they going to make that decision in Chicago?
No, it's my understanding the decision will be made by the county commissioners. They will just provide the facts to the commissioners as they found them to be. That is, again, each site, what the Convention Center Medical Mart would look like on that site, and what the cost would be to have it look like that.
Right.
And then the commissioners would make the decision based on the amount of money they have available.
You received some white papers and some briefing before you went from the Convention and Visitors Bureau, Positively Cleveland, Greater Cleveland Partnership. They had commissioned some studies. They ended up recommending the site by Tower City.
Right.
What was the feeling from the folks in Chicago? Were they reading those reports? Were they?
Yes, they were reading the report from the Convention Bureau, as well as the report from the Greater Cleveland Partnership.
Right.
And they were considering that, but they were tweaking that site and tweaking the mall site as they went forward to see what could fit and what would be the best operation.
How would you characterize the talks? Are they anxious to have this deal happen, or is there a feeling like this might be coming apart, or how close do you think they are?
From their conversation, they want to do it. There are some details they have to work out. They're a private venture. They want to make sure that they can benefit, and we want to make sure that the public, the city, and the region benefits.
How about the financing? Obviously, the financial situation and the ability to raise funds over the past couple months has changed radically. Did they talk about any difficulties there?
No, they weren't. They did not talk about that. I know that, as you know, it will be a while before the convention center will be built, even if it was finalized to date. So there will be monies collected during that time, and they know that whatever's available, and as the economy improves, there will be sufficient dollars available to do debt service on a certain amount of money, and they're just trying to figure out what that will be.
We've raised a lot of money here in Cleveland already with a tax. There's something like $40-some million already in the bank.
Well, that's countywide.
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 Right.
Right.
Do they feel that that's going to be enough to get this thing kick-started?
Well, they're looking at the amount of money that they can depend on and what that will mean in terms of available dollars, and that will have an impact on the site and the design. Our requirement is that it at least be state-of-the-art in quality, that it be a certain size in the convention, and that it be properly located. And of course, it has to fit within the dollars available.
You've stepped out and decided to go have this meeting with the folks in Chicago. You picked up the phone and called them and said, listen, Things are not moving, and you weren't happy with the delay.
Right.
How would you characterize the leadership coming out of the county on this? Because they've really carried the water on this
Well,
today.
A couple of things. It's not that I was unhappy with the delay. I was unhappy with not knowing what was going on. And I think the delay really just, not just me, but a lot of people were concerned about the same thing. The commissioners, I think, showed great leadership in that they voluntarily put on an unvoted tax. Now, anytime you put on an unvoted tax,
Right.
that demonstrates some leadership. And they did it, and it really puts this project in a different position than most because there's money available. And it's just a matter of figuring out what the design is, where it'll be located. Whereas before they would develop a design, pick a location, and then look for the money. So
Right.
I have no problem with the county commissioner's leadership on this. We just had a problem with the uncertainty of where things are, and I have a better understanding now.
A lot of folks,
One more question.
right? A lot of folks want this project to happen.
Oh, yeah.
Obviously, we feel that it's going to be good for the economy here.
Right.
I happen to sit on the board of Positively Cleveland,
do?
and a lot of other folks that are very committed within the industry and elsewhere because of the spinoff.
Right.
What can the city of Cleveland do right now? What can folks do to see that this project continues to move forward?
Well, I think the people of the city and the county, since they're paying the taxes,
Sure.
are really doing what they should do. And what they're looking for from us, me as mayor and the mayors and managers and the elected officials
Right.
in the county, is to inform them better. And that's where I believe this will go in the future, and where it is now, I think it's better information. And with that information, people will at least gain some comfort level that what they want is moving ahead, and they'll understand the reality of what it takes to make sure that it's done right.
Great. Well, speaking of informing people, thanks so much for taking
thank
time
you.
to talk with us.
Well, thank you.
Thank you so much,
Bye-bye.
Mr. Mayor.
Bye-bye.
Hey, it's Thomas Mulready from CoolCleveland.com. Have a great week in Cool Cleveland.
Now tell the officer where she tell the officer where she can plug in to get there.
Where she can plug in to get it.